All right, guys, thank you for joining me. He's busy vacuuming the living room. Yeah, Johnny 308, I was vacuuming my living room. No, as per usual, I'm always running behind. I have this thing where I think I have more time than I normally do, but I don't. I do this shit all the time. Anyway, Catgirl, Rhonda, Lisa, Uptech, Krista, thank you for the 5x5. Biffer, Sheep, Elaine, Laura, Dobie, Deanna, Patrice, Groundhog, WTC, Michelle, Williams, thank you for the 5x5. Eric, Spotted Fawn, Joanne, Sojourner, Angelwood, Water Tiger, thank you for the 5x5. Rhonda, yes, new background. William, 1 second after, Beef and Chicken, Winter Homestead, South Florida, DCL, thank you for the 5x5. Grilling, Killing It and Grilling It. Maria, Simmons, William, Jeep Girl, CJ, Rum Runner, thank you for the 5x5. Adriana, Turner, thank you for the 5x5. Emily, Anastar, Michael, Mossberg, Glock, Tool, thank you for the 5x5. Jay, what's going on? Silly Lizard, Priscilla, Flown Grown, Home Slice, thank you for the 5x5. Adriana, thank you for the comment in the background. Yeah, so I was trying to look for something different, and there was another one I was going to get, but it was a little obnoxious because it said News Live in the back, but whatever. Maybe I'll get it because it is obnoxious. Or maybe I'll get a Trump 2024 just to piss people off. Who knows? Apex, William, and thank you for the 5x5. So, let's get on with the show. So I have to admit that not that there wasn't a lot, there's so much going on that the focus on trying to get information out and to you guys is just way over the top. We have this whole P. Diddy issue that I think it's a smokescreen for a lot of other shit. Though there's some things that are red flags with the situation, but I think his situation is a smokescreen for what's going on. Drone Professional, Troy, Tristan, Easy 417, thank you for the 5x5. But I'm not worried about a nuclear war. I mean, at least not yet. I mean, listen, I'm not worried about it until they launch. So whether or not, guys, we get to that point in time where they wind up launching, then I might flip out, but I won't not flip out. Then I'll worry. But I'm really not gonna fucking worry about it as of right now. Adriana, thank you for that update on the Trump rally. Yeah, like I said, guys, the 25,000. That was pretty high. They did a comparison to Bernie's rally in Brooklyn back in 2016, and that was 25,000 people. That in itself, and we can count. You can gauge. He didn't have. I mean, he definitely had 10,000, if not a little more. But 25, even the people outside, at best outside, there might have been another 2,000-3,000. Maybe. But yeah, he definitely didn't have 25,000. That was like way over the fucking top. Like, even, listen, as much as I like to piss liberals off and make them cry and all that other bullshit, I definitely wouldn't said he had that much just to, I mean, I don't know. It was just, there wasn't that many, there wasn't 25,000 people there. Let's just put it like that. But it was more than they expected anyway. They thought he wasn't going to have a turnout. Then he had a turnout, and they thought it was only going to be 2,000-3,000, and he wound up having over 10,000 people. So could suck it. Liberals, AOC, Eric Adams. Though I didn't hear Eric Adams' point of view on the rally, so I found this today. One of the oldest cell phones on the planet. A lot of you guys, there's still pictures on this thing. It's my father's old phone. And I'm staring at it, and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, even I looked at this phone, and I was like, how the fuck do you? And I was like, oh, okay, that's right. You had to press the numbers 3 times to get to the letter you wanted to get to. We are so spoiled. I shit you not, man. And technology, this is only 10 years old, believe it or not. At least the most, or 14 years old, sorry. But still, 14 years, we made some serious advancements in cell phones. Like serious advancements. But it's a Sprint Motorola. But yeah, so, and I was trying to get pictures off of here, and to get pictures off here, I thought I was going to have to take it to a safe cracker and crack the fucking phone, but I figured it out. And I had the same razor in pink. Yeah, exactly what it is, the Motorola Razr. I mean, look, this was the shit, right? Like, this phone was, like, groundbreaking when it came out. Because up until that point, you had the big block phones. My father has that around here somewhere. It's like the old brick phones that, like, drug dealers walked around with. And I remember at one point he had made a comment about walking around with that phone, being that, again, only drug dealers at the time. Drug dealers, bankers, and lawyers had those phones. And doctors, like surgeons, had those phones at the time. But, yeah, him having one as a cop, he was going to, he's like, how am I going to explain it? Just tell him that you're a cop and you need it for your work, But, yeah, he had that phone. And then the Razr came out, and we were like, holy shit, that was the thinnest thing ever, right? When this fucking thing came out. Everybody was all like, holy shit, it's so thin. Now they got these fucking paper-thin phones that fold in half. So, go figure. Sidekick. A lot of people had the Sidekick. I wanted a Sidekick. I heard the Sidekick was the shit. I never had one. But, yeah. I thought Sidekick, the good old days. And you know what's funny, man? Talking about the good old days, we're going to get into how close are we to something big happening. But on Instagram, I'm looking at all of these, like, movies. And who was it? From Cocoon. The old man from Cocoon that was in The Senior Citizen. He was 49 years old when he did that movie. The first Cocoon. I thought he was older than that. And I was trying to figure out why he was alive for so long. Because he was 49 years old. He looked like a fucking train wreck at 49. And I'm like, I'm 46. I am 3 years away from that. And I doubt I'm going to decline that badly where I look like I'm a senior citizen. Granted, I am entering senior citizen zone. I don't know any 49-year-olds now that look like they belong in an old age home. That was some crazy shit. I was like, and I had to look it up. I'm like, this man was 49 when that movie came out. And everybody else was considerably older than him. He was actually the youngest person on the movie set. As far as old people goes, he was the youngest old person on the movie set. And he wasn't even that fucking old. But yeah, so anyway, we start looking at shit and we're like, yo, we're fucking old. The equivalent of us talking about the good old days is equivalent of our grandparents talking about the 40s. My fucking God, man. Yo, the 40s. That's the equivalent of our parents talking about the 60s and the 70s as the good old days for them. We're fucking old, man. We're old. We're toast. We're done. I mean, like, just the realization of a lot of shit. I'm just like, damn, man. We're old. Like, what the hell? So, anyway, all of that to say, guys, is that, sorry, I'm trying to shut shit down. Things are starting to slow down a little bit. I need to keep a couple things open because I have some articles that I do want to read. All right, hopefully that was enough. No, it wasn't. Still off. Let's see. Anything else to shut down? Sorry, give me a second. This computer is supposed to be like top of the line, but apparently it's not. Alright, hopefully that works. That clears some shit up. Okay, and alright, hopefully that works. Anyway. So, yeah, we're getting fucking old, man. Yeah, you know what? Everybody's like, oh, I was 13 in 1980. All right. Well, in 1980, I was 3 years old. You're 10 years older than I am. Where the hell is it? There it is. Still lagging. Yeah, I know. It's I think it's getting a little better. I think so. It's yeah, and it's funny. I have high powered. I'm hard. Oh wait, maybe not. Let's see if this helps. Hopefully this helps. We'll see if it catches up. Nope, it's like 2-3 seconds behind. So maybe how bad is it on here? Let's see if it catches up. No, it won't. No, it's like 2-3 seconds. Yeah, it's 2-3 seconds behind. So whatever. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what that problem is. Sometimes you can figure it out if there's another screen open that has a running video. And let's see. Sometimes you also have too many things open on your computer, and that slows shit down. Anyway, so hopefully it'll catch up because I all right, now it's only a second behind. It's just getting a little better. Anyway, so guys, how close are we to something big happening? Now, obviously, guys, I've said this before. I'll say it again. There's definitely something coming down the pike, right? I mean, we all, besides the fact that we all feel it, there's definitely a shift in the world, and we feel it and we see it, and those of us who paying close attention, we see a lot of the bullshit on the horizon. There's a lot of bullshit on the horizon, and things are only going to obviously get worse. Now, it's going to get worse for us, but for those that are in charge, well, it's not going to get worse for them. They're going to be doing good. Meanwhile, we're going to be paying a price, and the problem why we're going to be paying the price is partially because we're not doing anything about it. We are in no way, shape, or form trying to fight the system, if you will. We're not trying to fight the system. We're going along with whatever it is. We're going along with the program, if you will. So that's so again, all of this shit going down, and we all feel like something big's going to happen. Now, the problem with the something happening and the feeling is we don't quite know what that's going to be until it happens. Right? Now, again, I give the example of 9/11. Right? It was a bad feeling in the air that whole morning. You felt it in the air. You sensed it. There was something off about that morning. And as soon as it hit like midnight, things got really interesting. But up until that, there were certain signs. There were things that just didn't sit right with everybody. Then that night, things got really bad, and it was this eerie feeling in the air. And then it happened. Then 9/11 happened, and then that bad feeling in the air sort of subsided, like a tsunami, right? Like a tsunami. Once it hit, it subsided. Now, there are too many things going on, and part of me wants to know whether or not it's our anxiety, overthinking, paranoia. So we have those problems in the back of our head, or rather going on in the background. Sorry, not in the back of our head, but going on in the background, we have those problems. So we do see we could be overthinking a lot of the issues. But a lot of us are paying attention, and we are seeing the things that are just not making sense. So that being said, there is a singular nuclear warning shot would see World War III and now as devastating final phase simulation shows. Now, I think a week ago, was it maybe? Or 2 weeks ago, I read about the how bad things would get. This is a, if you will, nuclear scenario ran by a drill, and they said a nuclear warning shot could lead to more than 90 million people in Russia, the U.S., and other NATO countries being killed and or injured. The simulation, dubbed Plan A, because I don't know, because there's probably no Plan B after this goes down, it was put together by researchers at a science and global security lab at Princeton University, New Jersey, amid rising tensions between Russia, China, as well as NATO countries. The simulation was published in September 2019 and finally shown to the rest of us this year. It shows how a battle between Russia and NATO allies may play out. Researchers were keen to demonstrate how the use of so-called low-yield or tactical nuclear weapons could quickly snowball into a global nuclear war. This project is motivated by the need to highlight the potential catastrophic consequences of current U.S. and Russian nuclear war plans. The project states on its website. It's I guess I can pull it up. I don't have the website on hand. The risk of nuclear war has increased dramatically in the past 2 years as the United States and Russia have abandoned long-standing nuclear arm control treaties, started to develop new kinds of nuclear weapons, and expanded circumstances in which they might use nuclear weapons. Now, I know that Russia expanded their nuclear circumstances. I don't know if the U.S. did, not that they would tell us, and it's wise not to tell us, but the fact that they keep telling us just makes me think. Yeah, sorry about the delay and the out of sync, but there's not much I can do with it. If you watch it on replay, if this bothers you that much, watch it on replay. It should catch itself up once it should sync itself once it's in replay mode. But right now, yeah, it's probably because I have my Apple TV and my TV on, and those are both draining the internet. That could be it as well. So give me a second. Let me, because it's annoying me too, by the way. Womp. Hopefully that'll help. I'm still lagging on my side, so you guys are definitely lagging on yours. But hopefully it'll catch up soon. All right, so now everybody, guys, is nervous and or I guess scared. I don't know who's scared, but nonetheless, I think people are scared about a nuclear war. And I think, guys, a lot of it is posturing, though a lot of people say at some point posturing is going to have to end and things are going to get out of control. There is that. But I just don't know. I'm not sure if it's ever going to happen, because both sides keep threatening us and giving us the play-by-play on what they're going to do when and should it happen. But again, I do not know whether or not it will. Well, it goes. That chair is blown out. This chair is pretty. Yeah, man, it's getting pretty bad. It's yeah. All of the skin, I told you guys, right? The skin peels off. The skin on the seat peels off. It peels off like onto my skin. So when I'm in the shower, I have to hit the back of my legs, because that's where a lot of it is. I have to hit the back of my legs, and then all of this black shit comes off. And the other day, a couple months ago when it first happened, I'm in the shower. I'm like, what the fuck is that? As I keep hitting the back of my leg, I'm like, oh man, that's the fucking chair. The chair's trying to infect me. But anyway, need unemployment. My chair definitely needs unemployment, that's for sure. But yeah. So maybe I'll figure out what's going on with this internet. I'll try to figure out why it's lagging, but I'll do it on another day. Clearly, I closed all my apps. I turned off the TV and the internet. And now I'm only lagging behind about a second. So I guess shutting down a lot of the apps did work. But let's see if that's it. Hopefully that was it. So, guys, with again everything going on, we have possible war or nuclear war of some kind. A lot of people keep saying we're in World War III. I don't know what would constitute a war. I thought shots being fired constituted a war. Now people are like, well, we're in a hot war. This is no longer a Cold War. Or rather, the Cold War's been over since the, 80s, right? Late 80s, early 90s. The Cold War's been over. And now we are in what they call a hot war. But we are not officially in World War III. People keep saying we are, but we're not. I am not using OBS. I'm using StreamYard, which is, I think the problem with StreamYard is StreamYard's trying to pull more power than it should. I'm at 1080p. I'm not even at 4K, and it's probably pulling more power than the computer can handle. Whatever. This bitch ass computer, like I said, it'll just catch up over there. A chair cover. I don't want a chair. You know what? I mean, yeah, I should get a chair cover to stop the AIDS from spreading, but yeah, it's all right. It'll be okay. So, also, guys, tonight we're going to talk about 15-minute cities on the Angry Truth channel. There is more information coming out about 15-minute cities that is very not surprising, not worrisome, though. The people who want to live, everybody's going to be forced to move into 15-minute cities. Everybody will be forced into that. So nobody is going to get a pass unless you want to be away from the system. So if you are relying on a job, bank account, things of that nature, at some point or not, or some point, guys, they're going to force everyone to be. They're going to force everyone to be or live in a 15-minute. Because the system that they're going to unleash is probably going to come after something catastrophic. I don't see them doing that now. I see them running test phases in 15-minute cities. You're also going to hear the term C40 or C40 cities. You're definitely going to hear that. But keep that in mind. When you start hearing C40 come out, that's going to be the other term for 15-minute cities. I don't know why they're changing the name, but nonetheless, what's coming from 15-minute cities, we are not going to like. We are undoubtedly, guys, wind up going to get some shit over it. We shall see. We shall see what that looks like and how that turns out down the line. But anyway. With that, guys, all the things that are going on, we are undoubtedly going to see a new pandemic, a new event. Whatever we see is going to make Mr. 19 look like a walk in the park. Now, with that, guys, Miss John Johnson. Yes, and if you type in and look up C40 cities, it sounds way worse than 15-minute cities, especially the rules that they would like to implement in these places. But again, we will talk more about that tonight. Give me a second, sorry. I'm trying to fix something. So, with that, guys, U.S., European nations seek increased arm ticket production to protect workers exposed to bird flu. Here we go. Right now, as it stands, Europe and the United States are looking to protect farm workers, dairy and poultry workers, with the new arm ticket, with the H5N1. So in March, U.S. officials reported the first outbreak in dairy cattle, which infected 2 workers about a month apart from each other. The U.S. and Europe are seeking H5N1 bird flu arm tickets to protect poultry and dairy workers from potential pandemics. Now, what I didn't mention, and I'm sorry for that, is that they're looking to protect poultry with the arm ticket for them. Once they start injecting birds with this shit, I'm done with chicken, and the only thing I'm left with is beef for now. They're not talking about injecting cattle with this, but they're talking about giving chickens and, I guess, birds we eat with this injection. Other countries like the UK are also deliberating on pre-pandemic on-ticket strategies. The urgency stems from the spread of a new strain of bird flu since late 2022. The United States and Europe are taking steps to acquire or manufacture new arm tickets that could be used to protect at-risk poultry and dairy workers, veterinarians, lab technicians, government official says, moves influencer experts says could curb the threat of a pandemic. So, anybody who works on a dairy farm or poultry farm, guess what? You're up. You guys are going to be the first people that are going to experience any side effects with this arm ticket. So, if you work on a dairy farm or you work in a poultry farm, please email me or leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd like to see how you're going to react to this one, because this can't be good. And it can't be good when you have a mixture of Mr. 19 still in your bloodstream because it's attached, and then you're introducing this new shit. Crackshot said fast food apocalypse is almost here. Burger King is about to bust. Yeah, Red Lobster's going under, right? They're filing bankruptcy because they went to that all-you-can-eat shrimp. I doubt it very much. They had the all-you-can-eat shrimp thing before, but somehow it's affecting them now. But yeah, I heard about the whole fast food nonsense. They call it, the fast food apocalypse. But a lot of restaurants are going belly up. Yeah, fast food heading for a crisis. This article's back May 15, 2018. McDonald's was making a lot of changes with their food. I don't know if that entailed a lot of the ingredients as well. That was McDonald's. Burger King, I didn't hear anything about, so that's the first time I'm hearing about it. But what you call it? What's the one out west? That's making its way over here. In-N-Out. In-N-Out seems to be doing fine. But here's the problem, guys. A lot of fast food places you can't eat at. You can't eat at a lot of these fast food places like McDonald's, and I'm assuming Burger King because of the crap they put into their food. Especially McDonald's and the McDonald's fries. The stuff that you want, the stuff that they spray their potatoes with, and how they grow their potatoes, insanity. Insanity. But anyway, that's something that we're going to talk about a little later. Now, one thing we're going to talk about later, too, in a couple minutes, rather, is Mexico City's running out of water with months left. Months. And months could be anywhere between now and, I think, September. So, that's bad news for Mexico City. But I'm like, why are they running out of water? All of the Mexicans are coming here. Whatever. All right. U.S. officials last week said that they are moving bulk arm tickets from CSL I don't know, it's CSL, that closely matches the current strain into finished arm tickets that could provide 4.8 million doses of arm tickets. European health officials told Reuters they were in the talks to acquire CSL's pre-pandemic arm ticket. Canadian health officials said that they have met with GSK, makers of Canada's seasonal flu shot, to discuss acquiring and manufacturing a pre-pandemic bird flu arm ticket once its seasonal flu production capacity is freed up. Other countries, including the UK, are discussing how to proceed on a pre-event arm ticket, scientists said. The actions follow the explosive spread of a new strain of BF, bird flu, that emerged in late 2020 and has caused unprecedented number of passing aways among wild birds and domestic poultry, and has begun infecting many mammal species. In March, the U.S. officials reported the first outbreak of the virus in dairy cattle, which has infected dozens of herds in 9 states and 2 dairy workers. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has estimated that 20% of U.S. milk supply shows signs of the virus, indicating a wider spread is likely. Now, unless they just told us a week or two ago that pasteurization would prevent this, but now the USDA is indicating it could spread wider. Now, unless you're bathing in milk or putting milk in your fucking eyes, you shouldn't get sick from this. Right? I mean, like, and bathing in milk and being in there for hours. Who the fuck bathes in milk? Anyway, there shouldn't be an issue. But they are continuously warning us of these little nuggets of fear that the scientists and officials have that it could spread. We all know, guys, that it's going to spread. We know it's coming. It's coming down the pike. Human exposure to the virus in poultry and dairy operations could increase the risk that the virus will, here we go with the bullshit, risk that the virus will mutate and gain the ability to spread easily in people. By August or September, it will all of a sudden make a miraculous mutation and it starts jumping into people. They're setting the stage. They're setting the environment for this to get out of hand in a hurry. And it will. Ancient Egyptians bathed in milk. But what milk did they bathe in? Cattle or goat? No more Pepsi milk. I love my Pepsi milk. I haven't had that in a long time, which I was thinking about buying, but I can't drink that anymore. I can't drink milk anymore anyway. But yeah, no more Pepsi milk. Such is life. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was reading one of the comments. Discussion about where the fuck am I? All right, sorry. All of our efforts need to be focused on preventing those events from happening. Matthew Miller, co-director of the Canadian Pandemic Preparedness Hub at McMaster's University. Once we have widespread infection in human, we're in big trouble. Here we go. Dr. Angela Ramusin, a virologist at the University of Saskatchewan, said that she has been in discussion with U.S. and Canada officials about using arm tickets to protect workers following the virus spread into new mammal species. Dawn O'Connell of the U.S. Administration of Strategic Preparedness and Response said the government is looking closely at the possibility of arm ticketing farm workers and others in close contact with the virus. They are going to force this onto them. Guarantee. The United States has contracts with CSL and GSK to test pre-event arm tickets that are more closely matched. Sorry, that more closely match the circulating variant than the older H5N1 arm tickets in stockpile. So they have the, like I said before last week, they have the H5N1 in stockpile. They're looking to go with a more current one. The U.S. is moving forward with the CSL arm ticket, a Department of Health and Human Services confirmed. They're moving forward with this. Discussion about pre-pandemic arm tickets use are going on at government levels and among scientists in a number of places, including in the UK, said Wendy Barclay. Too many fucking people involved. Chair in influenza virology at the University College of London, who also researches avian flu at the UK Health Security Agency. If deployed strategically to dairy farmers, healthcare workers, and those in contact with infected animals, it would put a pin in the virus, she said. Although she said it was not clear if these steps was necessary yet, or if these steps were necessary yet. The UK government did not comment, but said it was monitoring the situation in the US. Here we go. They're going to blame this on us. Keep in mind, just last week, they said that China was working on a easier way to spread the arm ticket, but now that we have 2 outbreaks here, they're looking at us and monitoring the situation in the United States. Here we fucking go. So now that it's our turn to blame. They want to blame us, essentially, for something. And then it'll give them the right to, like, attack us or some shit, whatever. In Europe, the European Commission Health Emergency Preparedness and Response Authority, too long of a title, is working on a joint procurement of CSL arm ticket to potentially prevent a situation sparked by the individual exposed to infected birds and animals. Spokesman Stefan D, whatever the fuck his name is, told Reuters. A spokesman for CSL, which has contracts for pandemic influenza arm tickets with 30 governments, said the company has been in talks with several governments about procuring arm tickets since 2022. Those requests have accelerated with the U.S. outbreak. 2 people does not constitute an outbreak. It really doesn't. Again, man, they're setting the table. They're setting the fucking table. And dinner isn't ready yet, but they're setting the fucking table. They're trying to build this narrative to keep us responsible and hooked onto the bullshit. This gets better, by the way. Bear with me. Anyway, for those of you that are watching, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Also, I do have to make a mention. YouTube is playing a shitty game. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to play the shitty game with them. But they want me to, or they want us, YouTubers, to start doing our live streams off our phone. They want us to start doing a live stream off our phone vertical. So they want us to hold it like this. And they want us to start doing videos that way. What they are doing is they're trying to get prepared for the shutdown of TikTok and the mass exodus of YouTubers coming over. Now, the craziness about it is, guys, is that a lot of TikTokers are going to lose a lot of money phasing over to YouTube. And YouTube is trying to do them a solid as well. So when you do your live stream from a live stream software like this, they want you to keep it vertical. But once you do it off your phone, they want you to do it horizontal. Now, I unsub vertical streaming channels. Yes, Johnny 308. The only time I'm going to be doing this is when I'm on my phone out and about. So I'm not going to, obviously when I'm sitting here, I'm not going to do it. If I'm sitting somewhere stable, I'm not going to do it. But if I'm out like downtown 42nd Street, like I said I was going to do, I'll be doing vertical live streams. What it does is it keeps your channel relevant and it keeps your videos being shown. When you don't play ball with them, your videos, especially your your live stream for that session does not show because you're not following their recommendation. Now, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival showed me proof that it worked because he did a video last week or earlier this week. Last week, sorry. He did a video last week. He did one vertical and his viewership doubled because they recommend you do it. And a lot of people I've heard in the past, when I've done my live streams on my phone, I didn't get any notification. I've heard a lot of people say that. On this, you'll get notifications, but on my phone, you won't. So when I play vertical, you'll start getting notifications again. So it's just a shitty game you got to play for a little while. Obviously, if it's something really egregious, like a scene that needs to be wide, I'm going to shoot wide. But if it's something where I can go back and forward, yeah, I'll do it. Like I said, just playing the game for a little while, it's not going to last forever. Nothing does. YouTube changes their mind like left and right, and so does Instagram. Vision Preparedness said it does work. I did it as well. And you're right. And that's the thing. So, John Wright, they're making money off me. I'm making money off of them. That's just how it works. Linda, I am going to, tomorrow is the Manhattan Henge. I am going to try to get a position there. That means tomorrow after I'm done with my Wednesday midweek report, I'm going to head downtown and see if I can get a spot. Worst case scenario, I'll do the drone thing again, and then I'll take the shot from there. But yeah, I'll be doing the Manhattan Henge tomorrow. Vision, interesting you said that. Thank you, Vision. Vision said the same thing Hudson Valley said. He says he had a lot of... Hudson Valley just told me this yesterday or 2 days ago. He said he had a massive amount of trolls. That's all right. I know how to deal with trolls. Been dealing with them all my fucking life. But Hudson Valley said the same shit just the other day. Where is it? He said that was the downside as well. He said trolls galore. He says, I'll give it a shot. I'm not a fan of vertical crap. He goes, trolls galore. Very good. 500 videos later, he's at 7,000 subscribers. Nice. So, like I said, and here's the thing with trolls. If they're watching your channel, they're helping out. So they can suck a dick too. Anyway, suckadick.com / eat my ass, right? No, I haven't punched anyone lately, and I haven't even come close to punching anyone lately. But now that you said it, I don't know that the reason why, again, for the vertical is because of the whole TikTok thing. They're assuming, they're anticipating a lot of TikTokers are going to be left out in the open, and they want them to start heading over to YouTube, and they want YouTube to be a TikTok-friendly environment, if that makes sense. But yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. So I'm definitely going to try this week. There's an event coming up next week in D.C., by the way. I'm going to hit. It's the Palestinian protesters want to surround the White House. So I should be coming back from Tennessee if I go on this trip to Tennessee. If not, I will drive out to D.C., but I'm going out to Tennessee, maybe. Not sure yet. But on my way back, I'll be hitting DC. I'll be passing DC. So why not stick around for this rally and see how it gets? And that'll probably be my second time. My first time doing a vertical live stream, just to see whether or not it works. I'll do it from downtown. So we'll see. I didn't do create a survey. He got invited to a live discussion. Very good. I didn't get that. They don't like me. YouTube doesn't like channels like this, by the way. Angryprepper, thank you. We've been back for a while. Appreciate it. But I didn't do the creator survey. Yeah, a little. Yeah, the lagging's insane because it's lagging on my side. It's lagging on my side by a couple seconds, and I don't understand why. So I gotta go through the computer and figure out, what's going on. My memory and all that other stuff is good to go. I'm like, I don't understand why there's so much lag, but whatever. And there's a lag on my computer. Like when I go to like YouTube, for example, there's a serious lag on there. But everything else runs smoothly. But YouTube is the only channel I get where I get like a serious fucking lag. Like it's insanity. And maybe it's the update. Because it's a Mac, I don't know. Yeah, I have 2.19 terabytes left. My memory and my should be fine. My graphics card is fucking up to date in the high speed, and so is my memory card. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I'll figure out the problem in a little bit after the live stream. Rick, yeah, no, I definitely need to come. Yeah, Kathleen, I'll be coming to Tennessee for like a photo thing, but I don't know yet. Dan Phillips, no porn virus on this laptop. I have not looked at porn on this laptop ever. Ever. Even though it's a Mac and it's hard, I don't. That's not, I don't look at it much anymore, but even when I first got this, I know never to go. I don't go on any suspected sites that are just, that raises a question. I don't. So yeah. Close your OnlyFans tab. Yeah, you wish. I don't have an OnlyFans account either. I don't see the allure with that. OnlyFans. Don't get me wrong, I did before, but then somebody explained it to me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't see the allure with it. OnlyFans is like going to a strip club or being at your home, right? Instead of throwing dollars, you throw digital dollars at these chicks. And there's other sites like OnlyFans out there now. I just found that out like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, I thought OnlyFans was the only one. They're not. But yeah, I don't get the allure of any of that, right? If I'm going to go see a chick shake her ass, I would have, at the very least, go to a club. And like I said, I don't even do that anymore. But if I'm going to watch a chick shake her ass, we're going to go to the strip club. We're going to crumble up dollar bills and throw them. We're not going to sit here and do the digital dollar shit. That's fucking stupid. This is how society gets fucking... I mean, like, there's a lot of reasons why we're getting fat. Especially with the food and the inflammation in it. And the inflammation causing a lot of problems, causing you or preventing you from losing weight. That's a different discussion for a different day. But nonetheless, guys, everything is being made easy. Even going to a strip club. Oh, you don't want to leave your home? You don't have to leave your home. You could sit there and watch a chick shake her ass from the safety of your home. You could throw her digital dollars. And you could break your $20 bills, I'm assuming, into singles and just hit one button and a dollar floats across the screen. And that's you throwing a digital dollar at her. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but yeah. John, yes, OnlyFans starting my chair. My chair's going to get a kick out of it. You guys are going to get a kick out of my chair. Dancing and having an oil splash all over it like flash dance. Anyway, enough of that bullshit. The pre-pandemic stockpile. The U.S. maintains a stockpile of pre-pandemic on-tickets candidates and bulk on-tickets against an array of influenza strains and conducts clinical trials to support an emergency use authorization. Here they go again. Listen to this part again. The U.S. maintains a stockpile of event on-ticket candidates and bulk on-tickets against an array of influenza strains and conducts clinical trials to support an emergency use authorization or FDA license in the event of a pandemic. Seasonal flu vaccine makers include Sanofi could also ask to shift to producing pandemic flu vaccines. The U.S. is in talks with mRNA arm ticket maker Pfizer and Moderna about potential event arm tickets. Dr. Richard Webby, a St. Jude Children's Research Hospital virologist who studies flu in animals and birds for the World Health Organization, said the situation in dairy cattle merits arm ticket use. It hasn't even gotten to us yet. And here they are, already starting their bullshit. These motherfuckers and their motherfuckery. This is all they do. It's fuckery all day, every day. Anyway, the decision on how and when to use the arm ticket will hinge on evidence of increased transmission, severity of disease, case in people with no links to dairy farm and or poultry farms, mutation in the virus, U.S. Center of Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC Principal Deputy Director Nervar Shah said. Dutch flu virologist Ron, for whatever his name is, of the Erasmus MC in Rotterdam, who has conducted experiments mapping the changes necessary for bird flu to spark a pandemic, said Europe's plan is to procure the CSL arm ticket for people occupationally exposed to the virus. His lab could well be eligible if a arm ticket becomes available, he said, adding, "We would certainly take it." What the fuck shit piss is going on? It's like a total fuckery with this fucking shit. Fucks. Anyway. Yeah, man. It's just whatever. Now, switching gears. All of this being said, all of the nerds of the world are worried about the pandemic. And matter of fact, there's somebody I could definitely ask about this to see if their company is going to shift and whether or not they're going to start making the bird flu arm ticket. But all of that being said, let's move on. Britain, now this is another article. Britons should have 3 days worth of tin food and water. Food and water. Don't know why they put tin that way, and I know what they mean. They mean canned goods, but fucking Brits are so weird. Anyway, a new website advertising on what to do in an emergency is being launched as part of the government's push to ensure the UK is more resilient to threats. Wind up torches, flashlights, tin meat, canned goods, bottles of water are some of the items the government are advising people to stock up on as it urges the public to prepare for emergencies or to prepare for your TV set to melt to the fucking ground. Anyway, Deputy Prime Minister Oliver Dowden has revealed a new website to advise people on how to protect themselves from various risks, including biosecurity crisis, flooding, power outages, and or another pandemic. The Prepared website calls on households to stock up on bottled water with a minimum supply of 3 liters of drinking water per person per day, but says 10 liters is recommended for more comfortable levels. For cooking and hygiene, people should, it suggests, also store non-perishable food that doesn't need cooking, such as tinned meats, vegetables, fruits, as well as baby supplies and pet food if needed. The website added that tin openers should be in the package, as well as batteries or wind-up torches, radios, wet wipes, and first aid kits. Mr. Dowland says that the measures are about sensibility, safeguards, not stockpiling. And the website is there to offer practical information for households to make those preparations for threats listed in the government's National Risk Registry. Eat a dick. Suspicious. Because we are all going to start seeing that very soon. I know here in the United States, they had started the whole you should have at least 3 days worth of food and water. Don't have 3 days of food and water. Go above and beyond. If you can go above and beyond, guys, that would be ideal. if you can definitely, if you can have more than 3 days of food and water, if you have the room, hell, even if you don't have the room, just get more than 3 days of food and water. I would start out with a week and then go week by week from there, especially with everything going on, especially with all of the biosecurity hacks and the attacks that's going on and the water supply being a threat and all of this shit. We should have well more than fucking 3 days worth of food and water. Food and water, because after that, that's when they have everything established. In theory, their timeline is to have everything established in 3 days if something goes down. That's in theory. We know how it doesn't work out that way. Look at Katrina. Now, Katrina was a extenuating circumstances because of a lot of floods, water, and things like that hampered a lot of the situation. Had that water receded when it flooded and would have went back to where it came from, or was pumped out sooner, food and water would have been to those people a lot sooner. But because you can't rely on the government at all, you have to do it for yourself. You have to get busy, and you have to go beyond 3 days. Vision says 1 month. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I would say 1 month. But like I said, try to go a week at a time when you're gaining supplies. If you have the thank you, Lucas, for the donation. He donated on Cash App and says, and he said what did he put? He put $75 for crumbled dollars, no strip bars. Thank you, appreciate it. But anyway, so yeah, I have at least 8 to 9 months, and I'm like, again here in this apartment, I'm gaining more food and water here as well. So I'm hoping by the end of the month to have at least a year's worth of food supply in just this apartment alone. Never mind the wife's apartment. We have about a year and a little bit at the other apartment. I want to have about 6 months here, hopefully by the end of the month, if not by the end of July. So I have a decent amount in both places, just in case we don't make it out of the city. Obviously, the best laid plan to prepare is to get out of the city. That goes first. But in case we can't leave, if some crazy shit goes down, so be it. But was it lag free for 2 minutes? Oh, that sucks. Now it's back. Sentence to Beth. Don't know why your thing was blocked. Can't Nice chair money. Yeah. I do need another chair. I had another one of these that was over at the dining room table. Again, that was my father's chair. He loved that chair. And it didn't finally break. I broke it. I guess I sat down too hard and went to lean back, and there was a metal clasp just snapped in half. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm losing weight and this chair still fucking snapped. I guess over the years, under pressure, the chair was like, fuck you, and it committed suicide, and it just snapped all the way over, and I had to throw the chair out. So I had a little burial ceremony for it and rolled it off into the trash room, and then let the fucking homeless people have at it, whatever they're going to do with it, have sex on it or fucking sit on it, who knows. But yeah, that chair was toast. This chair's still holding strong. So I can't be too mad about it. Still lagging. Yeah, I know. I'll figure out this lagging issue. I have to do a couple test runs. Or whatever. Maybe it's my internet, but my internet, it shouldn't be, because I have like the top of the line that you can get, and I didn't have a problem a couple weeks ago, but the last one and today it's lagging crazy. So what I'm gonna do from now on is shut everything off prior to this going down. But people all over that chai tonight. Oh, the chair, yeah. I thought you said chai. I'm like, people are drinking chai tea? What's going on? Simon Diamond Soul, are we in the last days? I don't know. You know what? I remember hearing about preppers when I was a kid. Didn't think anything of it. But the last days, guys, was always coming. Always. And though we are in a heightened situation right now with Russia and China and a lot of these places making real moves to screw us over, I don't know if we're in the last days, man. He said, your dad was like, nope, that's my chair. Yeah, apparently, the fucking chair just told me to go fuck myself. So, yeah, now I got to get a new chair. So maybe when I get a new chair, this chair will go over to the dining room table, and then the new chair will be here. I don't know yet. But, yeah. Mason trick. Yes, my video setting is at, how did you know that? Yeah, it's at, no. Yeah, it's 1080 60. It's at 1080 60. Is that the reason? But it's been at 1080 60 for the last few months. Today and today and the day last week, it was super lagging. Like, I don't understand that. And I saw it when it clicked and it started lagging. I was like, what the fuck is this, man? But yeah, it is lagging for that reason. But whatever. I'll figure it out. This chair will last forever. If there was a nuclear war right now and I got fried to this chair, the chair would maybe the chair would wrap around me and protect me. I don't know. But this chair would last. This chair would last a lot longer than you know. A lot of videos have been lagging on here the last week. Yeah, exactly, John, right? I don't understand that. Like, all of a sudden, it just started lagging. Maybe it is the fucking vertical hunt, the fuckery. Maybe. I'm going to get a chair off a marketplace and drive that shit to the Bronx myself. Oh, thank you. It is 1080. I mean, I can't do it now, but it is 1080p. It's a stream 1080p at 60 frames a second. If I can go at 120, and that might work, but I can't change it now because I'm live. But I am at 1080p. And actually, no, the frame rate's as high as it can go. So I don't know. And I said I was fucking around with this before, not before, but when I had the lagging issues a few months ago, then the lagging issue stopped. Now it's back. Now it seems like now it's caught up. Yeah, now it's not lagging. Towards the end of my live stream, now it's not lagging. Spectrum Internet. Yeah, it's working now. Right, now it caught up. I'm not using dial-up, man. Duct tape the chair. Anyway, man. Encouraging community. What's going on, man? But anyway, I'm going to head off now. It is enough with talking about the internet in my fucking chair. But, yeah, guys. We seem to be getting closer to something. And all we could do is wait. Panicking does nothing for us. Zero. Anyway, guys, with that, I'm going to go off the air. I'm going to head over to the Angry Truths channel. Give me about 5 minutes, and I'll see some of you guys over there. Other than that, I will be on tomorrow morning for the midweek report, and then Thursday night for the doubleheader. All right, guys, thank you.